Hey guys, first off I want to start by telling you guys I painted my hair gold for this look. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab my Professional Primer by Benefit and put that all over my face, smoothing it out so I have minimal pores. Then going in with one of my all-time favorite foundations, that's of course the McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This is the shade Light Medium 9. I'm just going to dot that all over my face like a little Dalmatian, and I'm going to use a wet beauty blender to blend it all in. Now this foundation is light to medium coverage, so you can always build it up, but I usually only ever need one application. Now I'm grabbing for that tried and true MAC Prep and Prime. That's a 3-in-1 highlighter, illuminator, and light booster. And I'm going to put that in all the usual places. Underneath my eye, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, the sides of my nose, and my chin. And once I'm done applying all of that everywhere I need it to be, I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender just to make sure I don't have any dark spots or veins poking through that foundation. And now say hello to my all-time favorite setting powder, which is of course this amazing Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade Translucent. I'm just going to dust that all over my face to set that foundation and concealer. Then I'm just going to pick up that same powder on the damp beauty blender and just stamp it underneath my eyes to ensure that nothing creases. Then using the blush bar by Benefit in the shade Hula, I'm going to place that in the hollows of my cheeks just to give me a little contouring. I'm also going to put that underneath my jawline to give me a more chiseled jaw, and then here in a minute on the top of my forehead to give me that sun-kissed glow. Now going in with the MAC Studio Fix Sculpt, Shape, and Contour palette in the shade Emphasize, I'm going to hit all of those high points that I put my concealer. The top of my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, and my chin. For blush, I'm going back in with that blush bar by Benefit in the shade Gold Rush. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the apples of my cheek, brushing it back toward my hairline. And while we have that out, we're going to go back in with the shade Hula, and I'm going to sculpt the sides of my nose. Now I'm going in with this dark brown eyebrow gel by Makeup Revolution London, and I'm just going to fill in my eyebrows just a little bit. I don't seem to need too much, but I am going to fill in a little bit and then brush that through. Before we get started with the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to go ahead and put my Laura Mercier setting powder underneath my eyes just to catch any fallout. That way it'll be easy just to brush away just in case. Now for the star of today's show, which is of course our Pat McGrath Labs Mothership 2 Sublime eyeshadow palette. I'm picking up the shade Copper Toned on a fluffy brush, and I'm going to put that in my crease and blend it up just a little bit and past my eyebrow. I'm going to make sure I really blend that out and make it really soft and feathery. While we're waiting, I would just love to say that I absolutely love this new palette. The shades are amazing. The formula is so creamy. Everything is so blendable. And basically the eyeshadow just did the work for me. It was so amazing. You go, Pat. I'm loving this new palette. Now on a smaller fluffy brush, I'm taking the shade Dark and I'm just putting that into the crease, just a little lower where I put the Copper Tone shade. I also have to hold my eye taut or I'll have rippling because I have hooded eyes and the skin on my eyes are a little loose. So if you have that problem, just hold it kind of taut and you won't have that problem anymore. Now I'm just picking up a clean brush and just feathering both of those out and blending them together seamlessly. Then I'm going to go back in with the Copper Tone color and I'm going to use a small fluffy brush and just put that on my bottom eyelid. These shadows are very pigmented, so I only wanted to pick up a little bit of shadow at a time and just build it up. Then going back in with the color Dark, and I'm just going to repeat the same process I did to the top. I'm going to go over the copper color and then blend those colors in together. Now taking a coarser brush, I'm continuing with the color Dark and I'm putting that right on my lash line. Now I'm taking the KVD Black Eyebrow Pomade and I'm going to put that on my eyelid, and then I'm going to try and blend that out with a coarser brush. I'm trying to be pretty precise here, but I do want to smoke it out, so it doesn't matter if you make a little bit of a mistake. It really wasn't as difficult as it probably looks. Then taking that bigger, coarser brush, I'm just going to feather out the edges, adding a little bit of product. If this eyebrow gel dries, then it definitely isn't going to go anywhere, so you may need to just build it up as you need it. Black always makes an amazing base if you're going to put any kind of shimmer or metallic on. Then going in with one of my favorite colors in the entire palette, which is called Blitzed Emerald. This amazing, beautiful, metallic foiled green color. I'm going to cover the entire black. I am using this wet, and I did wet my brush with my MAC Fix Plus. Then picking up that same shade on a dry brush, I'm just going to feather out the edges and bring that a little past my eyebrow. I'm going to use that same shade on a detail brush and line the bottom of my eye right under the dark color. Trying very hard not to stab myself in the eyeball. Then with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend that out. Going in with that same eyebrow gel, I'm going to line my waterline. Then I'm going to take the shade Extreme Black and I'm just going to smoke that out, blending it in with the green. Again with that green fluffy brush, I'm just going to continue to blend. Now I'm going in with the gold color, and that is called Bronze 005, and I'm just going to put that about 1/3 of the way through my eye, stopping before the center. Then of course I'm going to do my tear duct with this amazing VR Nectar. Now I'm going to go back in with that MAC concealer and just line my eyebrows with it because there was not a matte shade that I wanted to put on my brow bone. So I decided just to go ahead and use the concealer and then blend that out with my finger. Now for my eyelashes, I'm using the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Waterproof Mascara. Now I'm just dusting away any of that Laura Mercier setting powder. I didn't have that much fallout, not near as much as I expected to, but either way I just brushed whatever I did have down there away and it left no residue behind. Now I'm taking my Hyper Real Glow palette by MAC and I'm taking the golden shade right there on the end, and that shade is called Gleam Sheen. And I'm going to put that all over everywhere I want highlighted. Right there on my cheekbone, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Now going in with the Jaclyn Hill liquid lipstick in the shade Empowered. I'm just going to put that all over my lips. Then I'm going to top that with the Milani 15 Natural Luster Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. And that about wraps up this look for today, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I absolutely am in love with this new palette, and I can't wait to come up with new looks to show you guys. If you've used this palette, let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and thank you guys so much for hanging out with me.